yeah, there's a reason to pull out the crock pot again. Melissa Anderson, personal chef from Everybody Eats, is here to show you 2 ways to make the same great dish. I love the idea, 2 ways. You get 2 crock pots, and you can make dinner for 2 groups of people in your house all at one time, right?
Absolutely.
What are we going to make today?
Today we're going to make beef stew, but it can be altered for vegetarians.
So you're going to show it with the beef, and then we can talk about the vegetarian? Is that how we're going to do it?
I'm going to show it the vegetarian way,
Okay.
and then I have one made up with the beef already.
Excellent. Let's do it. Show me. You got a bag in your crock pot. What's up with that?
Yeah, these are these handy crock pot liners. It makes cleanup way easier.
Yeah, because I tell you what, you use that crock pot 8 or 10 hours, you get some stuff on there, it's like welded on there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. How do we start?
So what you want to do is start with the bases. Classic beef stew has the carrot, onion, celery, garlic, and it also has potatoes. Now what I like to use is sweet potatoes along with some white potatoes like a Yukon Gold, nice small. That way it thickens the stew as it cooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these won't turn dark on you either in the slow cooker, I don't think.
No.
Because I know the Idahos do.
Definitely. And so then we have red wine. You can add to the beef stew. Or
Can't go wrong with that, right?
Right.
Gives a little depth of flavor.
Good for you too. We have a vegetarian
Good for
stock.
you, good for me. What's this?
This is actually a vegan certified stock. It's called Better Than Bouillon. I like it because it has a really good flavor. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going all vegetarian here, so we're even being careful about our vegetable broth.
We have mushrooms. These are optional. If a person's not a fan of mushrooms, they certainly don't have to add it.
Here, I'll pull this out of here for you.
Okay, thank you. And then we have other vegetables that I like to add to my stew. Certainly any one of these can be omitted, but if you want to add extra of anything, we have turnips, yellow pepper, orange pepper, green beans, leeks, thyme, and parsley.
I have a question. I see you have a fry pan over here. So do you ever brown stuff before you put it in here? Or?
No, we can use this for the meat. If we were going to do the beef stew, we would use flour the beef,
oh, yeah.
a little salt and pepper, and then just brown it in the fry pan real quick, and then add that to the stew.
Okay, so our vegetables just go in just the way they are.
Yep.
So this is
Just
really
like
nice
that.
and simple, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's good to do in the morning. You turn the slow cooker on for about 8 hours. Keep it on low, and then by the time you get home, you have dinner ready.
8 hours to be all the way cooked and be on warm and just ready to rock.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what else goes in there?
We have about a 1/4 cup of ketchup. It gives it a nice little zing to it.
It's amazing too in a crock pot if you use smaller amounts of ingredients than if you're cooking on the stove top, don't you? For some reason the flavors get a little more intensified.
Right, and then it cooks down too.
Yeah.
And we also have Worcestershire, and we're going to add some of that too.
Yeah, it's like if you were using the Worcestershire in a big pot, you'd use more, but in the crock pot, just a little bit. Yeah.
And I like to add a little dried rosemary and 2 bay leaves.
2 bay leaves.
Yeah.
So, and when this is all done, you got to find the bay leaves, take them out, right?
Yeah.
Because you chew on a bay leaf is not so much fun.
It's a strong flavor.
It's a strong flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So and then any other moisture goes in there? That's just all you got to do, right?
That's about it. Let it simmer, and then it'll be done.
Okay. And so when this comes out, the vegetarian one looks something like?
Just like this, except for the beef. Yeah. And then it also goes good with nice side salad, cornbread or crusty bread with that.
It's very healthy.
Absolutely.
So are you a vegetarian?
I'm not.
You're not, but do you have clients that are?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your business. How does it work? What do you do?
Well, what I do is that I'll go to a person's house, and then I'll prepare a week's worth of meals for them.
A week's worth?
Yeah.
So how do you do that? Do you send them out a menu, or do you have a meeting with them, or what do you do?
Well, yeah, I'll have like a meeting with them first, and I'll find out everything they like, if they have any dietary requirements, and then I'll create a menu for them, do all the grocery shopping, come in, prepare the meals, do all the cleanup like I was never there.
Really? Oh, that's unbelievable. And I was just thinking, doing that like a week in advance, you could load up 2 or 3 of these bags with different stuff, put a twist in and put them in the fridge.
Yep.
Then they could just come out here and dump them every morning before they go to work.
Yeah. And the good thing about slow cooker meals is that if you don't feel like eating leftovers, they will store in the freezer for up to 2 months.
Yeah, and it's always so good. You can always take it to work and your friends will eat it. That's how good it is. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And don't make plans for lunch just yet. One of you could be heading to Mr. Hero. We have